Here are 3 online marketing trends that I think need to die now. Number 1, overproduced content. Now, I'm not talking about something looking good and having been made well and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I suppose what I mean is something with production values that are completely incongruous with the brand at the heart of it, or the person at the heart of it. I think you can see stuff where it feels incredibly inauthentic, and I think people switch off very quickly. Number 2, mindless AI-generated, jargon-laden crap. Yes, I see this all the time. If you think your brand is best represented by total hands-off, prompted, random AI twats bleating on at prospective clients about solar panels, then you've got it wrong. I'm sorry. I know you'll look at the numbers and go, well, we've got a 4% click-through rate or something or whatever, and you'll just base everything on the fact that you're hitting sort of average numbers and everything. But you're leaving a lot on the table, and you're not building any kind of consistency or brand authority or brand loyalty, because it's demonstrable that you don't care. You've just told an AI to do it. And I think the more and more that the dust settles on AI, and especially with regards to video, the more people are just going to see it as evidence that you don't give a shit about your brand. Number 3, posting without strategy. Posting absolute nonsense about figures and facts and waffle. The amount of you out there, and I'm sorry, I see it all the time, and if this is you, I'm sorry, but School of Hard Knocks here. Don't sit there and bleat on about what the returns were on your latest investment, or how the market's reacted to whatever. Save that shit for Bloomberg, okay? That no one in the wider world gives a monkeys. If you're trying to encourage people to engage with you and your brand, you need to think about storytelling. We all need to see ourselves in your story. We need to be able to relate. We need to be able to see ourselves ultimately with your brand as part of our lives. If we can't do that, then it's pointless. A lot of these things end up sounding like humble brags and boasting, none of which is going to help you win new business. Work on your client avatar, make sure that it's them who you are angling your content towards, and then make sure you're creating at least some sort of narrative structure around what you're doing. And you can do it with anything. Believe me, stop just feeding your camera facts and figures and spreadsheets, okay? And actually do some second and third order thinking about the person who's going to stop doom scrolling, who needs what you're selling, and is probably going to have to go through another 10 or 11 layers before they'll actually buy from you, and start keeping them engaged with the story of your brand. So what works instead? Well, I've often talked about authenticity. I think authenticity is key, but that can mean anything. You need to really understand yourself, understand your brand, and understand what it is you're putting on video before you do it, so that you can be authentic to it. Authenticity is so important. I've used expletives in this video, something I can do so quite often, actually, as anyone who knows me can attest. That's pretty authentic. I'm open, I'm honest, I'm telling you what I really think. And some of it is a bit, probably going to rub people up the wrong way. But if that's you, and you've been doing video content for a long time and it hasn't been landing, maybe listen to what I'm saying and have a think about it on those terms. I'm a storyteller, I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actor. I know at heart what I want to be doing is telling stories. But I've also seen the real impact that can have on brand image, on engagement, and ultimately on what you can expect as an ROI from your marketing spend. Now, it's not something I typically like to talk about, because I think when a lot of business owners talk about ROI, they mean it in sort of pounds in, pounds out, and you just can't apply that to marketing, and especially not video, because it's so nebulous. It's part of a sales funnel, it's part of the touch point structure that you just cannot really attribute precise spend on anything. And you shouldn't be looking at your marketing like a spreadsheet. You just shouldn't. I'm sorry. You need to find what you're comfortable with, find what you can spend, utilize that in the best way possible. Speak to experts like us at Copper Sprocket, or whoever you want to speak to, but speak to people who understand this stuff, and put your pounds where they're best, or dollars where they're best spent. We're not talking about Hollywood level budgets, not that that really means anything anymore. But we are saying that you need to put your best foot forward with video, and it can start with stuff like this, just talking into your phone even, you know, make sure it's all right, well lit, decent enough sound. It's not the end of the world if the production values aren't great, but make sure you're telling stories that will help people understand who you are, the value you provide, and ultimately craft a world in which they want to be a part of. And that, after that, to them is easy. If you'd like to find out more about us and our services, there's no call to action at the end of this. I'm going to put our website down below in the comments or the description or wherever. If you want to go check it out, great. If you don't. There's no lead magnets involved. That's it. Go away now.